Alrighty, well, hello everybody. Welcome to your second immunity challenge. Today you will be playing the classic or game of telephone. So you guys did send an order to us, and what I'm going to do is, Timmy, since you are first on the list, you are going to hear the story, and you are able to listen to the story twice. And then once I have told the story to you and you're ready to go, then the next person who's on the list, you are only going to have 10 minutes to tell the next person what you remember about the story and any details you have. And once those 10 minutes are up, that would be, Timmy, you need to stay muted and on camera. And the next person is going to have 10 minutes to tell the third person the story, and it's going to keep going on. And then once the fourth person gets done telling the story to the fifth person, the fifth person will be answering the questions that we have. There are 10 questions total and a tiebreaker question, and the tribe who gets the most questions correct will be the winners of this challenge. And so what I'm going to do is, the people who are not competing at the current moment, who are later in the rotation, who are later on the list, I'm going to throw you guys either back in the waiting room or in a breakout room. And then once it is your turn, I will bring you on to the main room here. And another thing, please, if you need to have your hands in vision at all times. So we make sure that you are not typing or talking to anybody, and you're not giving anyone on your tribe any details. And once the challenge is over, this is the one time we will let you guys tell your other tribe mates how you did in the challenge. And yeah, are there any other questions or anything before we start?
I have a quick question. After I go, can I just use my phone quickly just to put something on YouTube on the TV? So I'm not just sitting here bored.
You can do that. Just be sure you're not speaking. You can turn something on YouTube. Be sure you're just not talking to anybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. In frame. So
I'll be like this, going on to Netflix or YouTube, just casting it onto the TV.
Yeah, no, if you're doing that, you're fine. But yeah, as long as you guys aren't texting or anything.
I would never.
And then what was I gonna say? And I'm gonna tell the story to you guys, and Seb is going to be asking y'all the questions, whoever the fifth person is in the rotation. So let me go ahead and pull your tribe list up, and I'm gonna copy it in the Zoom chat so I don't forget. Let me write that down. Okay. The order was set. Okay, so Timmy, Jared. I'm gonna write this down. Jared, Lawrence, and then Henry will be answering the questions. All righty, so I'm gonna, let's see. Let me turn the waiting room on. We turn to enable the waiting room. Let me see if I can throw people in there. Okay, yeah, I can throw. So I'm gonna throw you all in the waiting room, and once it is your turn, I will put you back into the meeting. So yeah, let me go ahead, and I'm gonna throw everybody in there except for Timmy. Alrighty. Okay, there are only 4 people here now. Alrighty, are you ready, Timmy?
Yes, I just hope this isn't as long as the experiment one.
Oh no, it's not letting me minimize this. Okay. Righty, let me go ahead and get this started. Here, I'm gonna actually make this smaller so I can see. Good luck, King.
Oh, thanks, Queen, Legend, Mom, Alexander Hamilton.
Alrighty, so this story is called Story Time with Olmec. And let me put this down for a second. Actually, no, I need this. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and start telling this story. Hello, everyone. My name is Olmec. I am a part of the earliest known Mesoamerican civilization in Veracruz, Mexico. Today, I am here to tell you about an adventure I went on. One night, my mother told me about an artifact that could bring power to my people. And she said to me, "You are a legend, my child. Only you can find what is special to us." I was bound and determined to find what my Olmec people needed. When I woke up the next morning, I packed 6 water bottles, 3 bags of berries, and 2 knives just in case I ran into any danger out there. My mother looked at me and said, "You, Olmec, are going to bring luck and prosperity to us. Go out there." She then gave me a map she drew of all of the land to help navigate me on my journey and a kiss on my forehead as a sign of luck. I began to walk into the woods that were filled with long rivers and trees. As I kept walking, I started to see something in front of me that looked magnificent. When I walked towards the giant 3-story temple, there were 4 men that jumped out wearing blue and yellow masks, red feathers, and had black and silver spears. They came towards me and grabbed my arms and legs to take me somewhere. I was feeling really scared since I didn't know who these people were and where they were taking me. When we started to go into their village, I saw a cage right in front of me, and they threw me in that cage. As I started to panic, I realized I wasn't alone. There are 6 animals sitting in that same cage with me. That is when I met not only 6 animals, but 6 of my future friends. In that cage with me were Seb, the blue barracuda, Grace, the red jaguar, Jesse, the purple parrot, Billy, the silver snake, Gencello, the orange iguana, and Kevin, the green monkey. Grace welcomed me to the prison herd. Seb was trying to think of a way to escape. Jesse was mapping out how to make it to the temple. Billy was looking at the animals to feast on once he escaped. Gencello was singing on the top of her lungs to distract herself from being trapped, and Kevin was screaming, "What the fuck?" to the guards. One of the guards then started holding a gold coin that had a familiar face. Then the guard holding the coin says the way to access special treasure in the temple is by getting other pendants of life, like the coin that is being held. The ways to find these pendants are by going to the west side of the village and completing a giant slide puzzle, then climbing up a tree and trying to find a branch the pendant is tied to. And the final mission is catapulting rocks onto a wall that blocks the prisoners from escaping the village. I was fascinated by what had to be done to access the temple, but I still needed to figure out how I was getting out of the cage. All of the guards left, and I started to think again why the coin was so familiar. Then I realized that the coin has my face on it. In my mind, I kept asking, what does this mean? I wonder if my mother was right by saying I'm the only one who can get the artifacts. I needed to tell all of the animals so I can get some help in escaping the cage and getting the pendants. As I was thinking of a way to tell them, all of the animals started looking at me, and Billy and Grace start to come towards me. Grace uses her paws to dig a hole, which causes Billy to go underground and come out on the other side of the cage. He then goes to grab the key and passes it to Kevin to unlock it. Seb yells, "Period," once there is a click heard after the cage unlocks. All of the animals escape from the cage, and as they start to go their separate ways, I yell at all of them to stop. I tell them I need their help, and all of the animals except for Jessie are immediately interested. Jessie explains that the guards injured her wing and she fears hurting it more. Gencello then comes back up after being camouflaged to Seb's color and tells Jessie that she needs to show the guards that the girls can slay them and their obstacles. Seeing the bond that me and the other animals have created, Jesse finally agrees and says that the only ways to get my artifact is by being cute, being tough as a unit, and bullying Kevin. Kevin swings over and screams in response. Once the animals are ready to go, they start to walk to the west part of the village to complete the slide puzzle. Billy says that he knows the strategy as it involves slithering the pieces, and Seb is able to push the pieces. Once the pieces are put together, a pendant shows up and Grace sprints towards the pendant and swings it around her tail. The next part is climbing the tree. So Kevin starts to climb the tree with Jen Cello having her tail wrapped around his neck. When Kevin spots the pendant, he puts Jen Cello on the branch and she uses her camouflage to avoid anyone seeing him and uses her tongue to grab the pendant. The last thing is to slingshot the rocks to knock down the wall. Grace can grab the rocks with her mouth, and Jessie is able to use her flying abilities to pull the catapult back and spot how much of the wall they have left. The wall is completely broken, and me and the animals start to see the shiniest glare. Once that glare goes away, there is a beautiful temple in front of us. The final step is that I had to take all of the pendants and go inside the tunnel to find the artifacts. As I am running up to the room, a group of guards spot me and chase after me. When the animals heard me scream, they showed their loyalty and defeated all the guards. I run in the room and find the artifact sitting there. The artifact is a gold statue of an ancestor in my civilization. The animals crowd around me and I thank them for helping. Kevin starts clapping and dancing, and me and the other animals join in on it. I invited my new friends back to my civilization to let my people know there was more to me getting the artifact. At first, my home was very nervous of the animals, but then my mother tells everyone we need to honor the animals by throwing a feast. The people made me their new leader, and I found out the artifact is my great grandfather. And that is the story of my adventure. Now, many years have gone by, and to this day, I still lead my people with pride. My animal friends are a part of my home, and our herd will always be treasured for fighting my civilization's purpose. The end.
That makes the experiment story a very short story. What the fuck?
You want to listen to it again?
I mean, absolutely. Yeah, like, I don't know, 10% of what happened. No, I like have a rough idea. It's just the minute details. Okay. Yeah, story time with Old Mac. Let's go.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. My name is Olmec. I am a part of the earliest known Mesoamerican civilization in Veracruz, Mexico. Today, I am here to tell you about an adventure I went on. One night, my mother told me about an artifact that could bring power to my people. And she said to me, "You are a legend, my child. Only you can find what is special to us." I was bound and determined to find what my Olmec people needed. When I woke up the next morning, I packed 6 water bottles, 3 bags of berries, and 2 knives in case I ran into any danger out there. My mother looked at me and said, "You, Olmec, are going to bring luck and prosperity to us. Go out there." She then gave me a map she drew of all of the land to help me navigate on my journey, and a kiss on my forehead as a sign of luck. I began to walk in the woods that were filled with long rivers and trees. As I kept walking, I started to see something in front of me that looked magnificent. When I walked towards the giant 3-story temple, there were 4 men that jumped out wearing blue and yellow masks, red feathers, and had black and silver spears. They came towards me and grabbed my arms and legs to take me somewhere. I was feeling really scared since I didn't know who these people were and where they were taking me. When we started to go into their village, I saw a cage right in front of me, and they threw me in that cage. As I started to panic, I realized I wasn't alone. There are 6 animals sitting in that same cage with me. That is when I met not only 6 animals, but 6 of my future friends. In that cage with me were Seb, the blue barracuda, Grace, the red jaguar, Jesse, the purple parrot, Billy, the silver snake, Jen Cello, the orange iguana, and Kevin, the green monkey. Grace welcomed me to the prison herd. Seb was trying to think of a way to escape. Jesse was mapping out how to make it to the temple. Billy was looking at the animals to feast on once he escaped. Ginsella was singing on the top of her lungs to distract herself from being trapped. And Kevin was screaming, "What the fuck?" to the guards. One of the guards then started holding a gold coin that had a familiar face. Then the guard holding the coin says that the way to access special treasure in the temple is by getting other pendants alive like the coin that is being held. The ways to find these pendants are by going to the west side of the village and completing a giant slide puzzle, then climbing up a tree and trying to find a branch the pendant is tied to. And the final mission is catapulting rocks onto the wall that blocks the prisoners from escaping the village. I was fascinated by what had to be done to access the temple, but I still needed to figure out how I was getting out of the cage. All of the guards left, and I started to think again why the coin was so familiar. Then I realized that coin has my face on it. In my mind, I kept asking, what does this mean? I wonder if my mother was right by saying I am the only one who can get the artifacts. I needed to tell all of the animals so I can get some help in escaping the cage and getting the pendants. As I was thinking of a way to tell them, all of the animals start looking at me, and Billy and Grace start to come towards me. Grace uses her paws to dig a hole, which causes Billy to go underground and come out on the other side of the cage. He then goes to grab the key and passes it to Kevin to unlock it. Seb yells, "Period," once there is a click heard after the cage unlocks. All of the animals escape from the cage, and as they start to go their separate ways, I yell at all of them to stop. I tell them I need their help, and the animals, except for Jessie, are immediately interested. Jessie explains that the guards injured her wing, and she fears hurting it more. Ginsella then comes back up after being camouflaged to Seb's color and tells Jessie that she needs to show the guards that the girls can slay them and their obstacles. Seeing the bond that me and the other animals have created, Jessie finally agrees and says that the only ways to get me my artifact is by being cute, being tough as a unit, and bullying Kevin. Kevin swings over and screams in response. Once the animals are ready to go, they start to walk to the west part of the village to complete the slide puzzle. Billy says that he knows the strategy as it involves slithering the pieces, and Seb is able to push the pieces. Once the pieces are put together, a pendant shows up, and Grace sprints towards the pendant and swings it around her tail. The next part is climbing the tree. So Kevin starts to climb the tree with Ginsella having her tail wrapped around his neck. When Kevin spots the pendant, he puts Ginsella on the branch, and she uses her camouflage to avoid seeing her and uses her tongue to grab the pendant. The last thing is to slingshot the rocks to knock down the wall. Grace can grab the rocks with her mouth, and while Jessie is able to use her flying abilities to pull the catapult back and spot how much of the wall they have left. The wall is completely broken, and me and the animals start to see the shiniest glare. Once the glare goes away, there is a beautiful temple in front of us. The final step is that I had to take all of the pendants and go inside the tunnel to find the artifact. As I am running up to the room, a group of guards spot me and chase after me. When the animals heard me scream, they showed their loyalty and defeated all of the guards. I run in the room and find the artifact sitting there. The artifact is a gold statue of an ancestor in my civilization. The animals crowd around me, and I thank them for helping. Kevin starts clapping and dancing, and me and the other animals join in on it. I invited my new friends back to my civilization to let my people know there was more to me getting the artifact. At first, my home was very nervous of the animals, but then my mother tells everyone we need to honor the animals by throwing a feast. The people made me their new leader, and I found out the artifact is my great-grandfather. And that is the story of my adventure. Now, many years have gone by, and to this day, I still lead my people with pride. My animal friends are part of my home, and our herd will always be treasured for finding my civilization's purpose. The end.
Why are you expecting us to do well in this?
Point is to make it hard.
I mean, you're right.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead
Please bring him in now quickly.
get this. I'm gonna go ahead and put Jared in here. And then I'm gonna get a timer up and you have 10 minutes to talk to him.
Okay.
Hold on, wait for my phone to not lag. Alrighty, let me admit him in here. All right, Jared, are you ready? I can't hear you.
Yeah, I realized I was muted.
Okay.
Yes, I am ready.
Alrighty, so you guys have, Timmy has 10 minutes to tell you the story. Alrighty, and your time starts, and I'll let you know when, give you warning as well.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
10 minutes starts now.
Okay, first of all, this is the world's longest story.
Okay.
It's called Storytime with Olmec.
Mhm.
So Olmec is in this Mesoamerica civilization in Veracruz, Mexico. He's talking to his mom. His mom starts mentioning this artifact and how Olmec is the only one who's able to find it
Mhm.
to bring luck and prosperity to his people. So with that, he packs on his journey, he packs 6 water bottles, 3 packs of berries, 2 knives in case of danger. All I'm focused on is Grace's faces, sorry. And thank you. So then he leaves on his adventure. As he's leaving, that's when his mom mentions the luck and prosperity part, and then gives him a kiss on the forehead.
Uh-huh.
Then he goes into the woods. And the woods has trees and long rivers. And in the woods, that's where he finds a 3-story temple. Inside that temple, 4 guards start attacking him. They have blue and yellow masks. They have red feathers and black and gray spears to attack him. So they bring him into their village, because I guess there's a village behind the temple and whatnot. But they bring him to the village, and he's met with a cage. They throw him into the cage. In the cage with him, there are 6 animals who become his friends. There is Seb, the blue barracuda. Seb's the blue barracuda. Grace, the red jaguar.
Grace, red jaguar.
Jesse, the purple parrot.
Jesse's the purple parrot.
Yep. Billy is the silver snake.
Jesse, silver snake.
No, Billy, silver snake.
Oh, Billy, silver snake.
Jesse, red parrot. Not red parrot, purple parrot.
Purple parrot. God.
The colors and things, they're the ones from the show.
Yeah. I just couldn't remember which one's which.
Then there's Gencello, who is the orange iguana. And
Gencello is the orange iguana.
Yes, Gencello is the orange iguana, and Kevin is the green monkey.
Is it Kevin?
Kevin, yes, Kevin is the green monkey. Okay, and then they're told they have to. Then the guards come to them, basically saying you have to find these pennants of life. So the things that have Olmec's face on it.
Yeah.
And then Olmec realizes, why does this look familiar? He's like, oh, that's my face.
Uh-huh.
So they're told they have to find 3. They're in 3 spots. One's to the west of the village. Another's attached to it, tied to a tree limb.
Okay.
And they get the 3rd one by catapulting rocks into a wall that blocks the prisoners from escaping. So if they knock on the wall, they can escape. This is where it becomes a whole hoopla of who's who and what's what.
It already feels that way.
So they get the one from the west side. Jesse hurts her wing.
Okay.
To get out of the cage initially, Grace digs a hole with her paws because she's a jaguar.
Grace is a jaguar. She dug a
She dug a hole. And then so they get that one. Then they're trying to get the second one that's tied to the tree. And so they're all gung ho about it except Jesse because of her hurt wing. But then I want to say Gencello, who helps her figure out no, you are good enough. You got this. And then so Jesse goes on this thing we could do it. We just gotta be tough as a nail. And some second thing and bully Kevin. Which Kevin yells at that. Seb says period to that.
course.
And then so
Fuck.
Kevin and Gencello are climbing the tree. Gencello has their tail wrapped around Kevin's neck. I don't know why. They do though. And so they get that one. And then they're able to do the catapult, the rocks to the wall. That wall falls down. They're met with this like big light, bursting light, and they see this gold artifact. Oh my gosh. I remember about the west side now.
What
Sorry,
happened?
to get the one on the west side, Kevin had to do a slide puzzle.
Okay, so West Side Slide Puzzle. They had to throw rocks,
Yeah, the rocks was the third one. The second one was the tree limb where
tree limbs.
they climbed Gencello wrapped around Kevin's neck.
Okay.
So then they get this artifact, and it's an ancestor of
5
Olmec.
minutes.
Thank you.
I don't know.
We're reaching the end of the story, don't worry. So then they find the artifact, and so he brings it back to his home along with his animals friends, and his people are really happy. They have a feast. The artifact is of Olmec's great grandfather.
Okay.
And then he rules his people, and his friends who are those 6 animals get to stay.
Okay.
That's the story. That's the story of Layman's Turn. Honestly,
We're fucked.
it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff.
Okay, so quick recap. So Olmec lives with his mom in where in Mexico?
Veracruz. It's
Veracruz.
a Mesoamerican society. Or
Oh, what society?
Mesoamerica society.
Mesoamerica Society.
Civilization, not societies. Mesoamerica civilization in Veracruz, Mexico.
We're fucked. Okay.
Absolutely.
Veracruz, Mexico. That's fine.
That's fine enough, I think.
Okay. And then so he leaves by he gets a kiss from his mom on the forehead for
On the
luck.
forehead. Yeah, and he has to find luck and prosperity.
Oh, he has to find luck and prosperity. Okay.
Like he's the one who can bring it back to the people.
And so after that, he goes into the jungle.
The woods.
Oh, the woods. Okay. He goes into the woods and he stumbles upon this temple with
Well,
4 guards.
what's in the woods first?
The animals?
No, it's the long river and trees.
Oh, yes. There's all those numbers.
Yes. How many water bottles?
There was water bottles.
He packed 6 water bottles, 3
6
packs
water-
of berries. And
How many
2
packs?
knives. 3 packs of berries.
Okay. 6 water bottles, 3 packs of berries,
Yes. And 2
and
knives.
2 knives.
Yes.
I swear I'm like donkey right now. Okay.
Oh, you can usually see my face during this. It was awful.
Okay. And so then after that is when he got to the temple where the guards were
Yes.
standing outside, and there
How many
was
stories
4
was
of
the
them.
temple?
Huh?
How many stories was the temple?
There were stories to the temple.
It was a 3-story tall temple.
Okay, 3-story tall temple, and that has the 4 guards where they had like blue and black on them,
Blue and yellow mask.
blue and
white
yellow mask,
feathers,
white feathers,
red feathers,
red feathers,
and black and gray spears.
black and gray spears. Okay, blue and yellow mask, like your shirt.
Exactly.
White feathers.
Red feathers.
God damn it.
Like your
Red
shirt.
feathers, like my shirt. Okay, red feathers, like my shirt. They had spears that were black and gold. No,
Black and gray.
black and gray.
Or either gray or silver. Shit. Black though.
2 minutes.
Fuck. Okay, black and silver. And so then they go in the temple, and there are 4 artifacts they have to find. 1 in the west.
3 pennants of life. The
3
token.
pennants of life.
The artifact is the thing they find at the end.
Oh, okay. 3 pennants of life. 1 in the west, which there's a slide puzzle to solve, which I'm
Yeah.
forgetting the animals. Okay, whatever. Which Grace solves.
Kevin
No,
solves.
no. She does the later one. Who solves?
Kevin.
Kevin solves it. And then there's the one where they have to climb up the tree. Kevin's around Seb's neck.
Gencello is around Kevin's neck.
Gencello's around Kevin's neck. They get that pendant. And then Grace, the red jaguar, digs and gets the last one.
Well, the last one they throw She digs before then so they can get out to go to the west.
Oh, okay. But they throw the
they
things
catapult the
to let
rocks
them
as
across
well
because
to
they're
the last
prisoners. And then they get all the artifacts and they realize the artifact in the end looks like Omek, who is it's actually his great grandfather, but it looks like him.
What? It's the Penance of Life have Olmec's face on it. The
Penance of
artifact
Life.
is of his great grandfather.
Okay, so it has Omek's face on it, but it's of his great grandfather.
No, the Pennant of Life has his face on it. The
30
artifact at
seconds.
the artifact at the end is his great grandfather.
Okay. Penance of Life has Omek's face. The artifact at the end has is from his grandfather.
Great grandfather.
Great grandfather. And so then he brings it back and the animal friends are all able to live with him.
Yes.
And he rules over their society.
10
Yes, and they throw a feast.
And what?
Feast.
They go back east?
And
Are we
that
done with time?
time right there. So at this time, Timmy, if you can please mute, you can turn your YouTube stream on or whatever. And I
Want to send a prayer
I
or
will-
say a prayer for us.
will bring Allie in here. And then once she joins, I will get the timer ready again, and then you can start, Jared. Alrighty, here's Allie. Allie, are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Sorry in advance.
10
That's
minutes.
okay.
10 minutes.
I was at first I was like, did they forget me?
No. We're giving out 10 minutes. 10 minutes start now.
Okay, so this is the story of Omek, kind of like the challenge. Okay, so this takes place in it's kind of like Mesopotamia, America, but not really. I'm saying the word wrong. And it takes place in a town in Mexico that starts with a V word that I can't remember.
Okay.
And so Omek is living there in Mexico with his mom,
Okay.
and he's going to leave on this quest to find the pennant of life and happiness. Okay.
Okay.
And so when he leaves to go into the woods to go on this quest, his mom kisses him on the forehead, and he's going on this quest to find, luck and prosperity.
Okay.
And so he travels in the woods, and on his travels, he brought along 6 water bottles,
Okay.
3 packages of berries,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 knives.
Okay.
And so he gets to the temple, and it's a 3-story temple. Okay.
Okay.
And outside of the temple, there are 4 guards.
Uh-huh.
The masks are blue and yellow. They have feathers that are red. Okay. And spears that are black and silver.
Feathers that are black and silver. Okay.
Well, no. The feathers are red, the spears are black and silver.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then there's also they have like animal friends also there, and each one of them is like a member of production. So Grace is the red jaguar. Kevin, oh shit. Each one of them is a member of like, the our theme. What's our theme? Shit. It's each one of like the teams.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Each one of them is one of the animals. So so one of them's a monkey, one of them's Grace is the jaguar, that's one I remember.
Okay.
Kevin's also there, Seb's there. Seb is Jesse's the pink parrot,
Okay.
and Seb, Kevin, and another person whose name I can't remember is also there. The
Okay.
person whose name I can't remember is like a weird combo of like Seb and like another one, it sounds like. And I
Okay.
think they are the orange barracuda. Or is the barracuda's orange, whatever the orange team is.
Okay.
And so they have 3 pendants that they have to find, kind of like in the game.
Okay.
One's in the west.
Okay.
And to get to that one, Grace dug, because she's a jaguar,
Yeah.
she dug under something and they did a slide puzzle to get that one. The next one, they had to climb up a tree to get. And someone wrote on the back of Kevin. It's like that weird combo name that I was telling you about,
Okay.
or made up name. It sounds fake. So they get the one in the tree.
Okay.
And then the last one, they have to throw rocks at like a target because they're like in like a jail
Mm-hmm.
and get it.
Okay. The rocks at a jail. Okay.
No, they're in a jail and they have to like
Oh.
throw rocks at like a target.
Oh,
And they
they
have to like,
they're in a jail and they have to throw rocks at her. Okay.
and then it's like they have to like climb across, like a rope or something to
Okay.
get to the other side. And so then they get that. And then what they realize is that the pendants look like have Omic's face on it.
Okay.
And so when they get back inside, they have all the pendants and they get to the actual artifact that they were looking for. And so the artifact is actually from Omic's great grandfather.
Okay.
And so Omic and the animals get the artifact and then they leave back east, I believe. And they head back to Omic's home where his mom is. What'd you say?
5 minutes.
Shit. And they go back home to his mom and he presides over that town that he lives in Mexico. And his animal friends are able to live there because he brought back the artifact to them.
Okay.
And then he rules over that area.
Okay.
That's the end of the story.
Okay. So it's is it called The Story of Omac?
Yes, I remember that part for sure because it's the same as the challenge.
Okay. Oh, it's Story of Omac, so it's the same as the challenge.
Mhm.
Okay. They're in middle
They're
of
in
America.
Mexico.
They're in Mexico.
They're in Mexico. It's like kind of like Mesopotamia, America, or civilization.
Okay, so they're in
It's
Mexico.
the wrong M word, but it's very similar M word. But they're in specifically in a V town in Mexico.
In a V town in Mexico. Okay. And there's Grace is a red jaguar. Jesse's a pink parrot.
Oh, Jesse gets hurt during the trot getting the artifacts.
Jesse gets hurt. The artifacts. Okay.
And remember, it is 6 water bottles,
6 water bottles,
3 packages of berries,
3 packages of berries,
and 2 knives.
2 knives. 6 water
And
bottles. 3 packages
the
of
guards at the beginning of the temple, okay,
guards at the beginning of the temple.
blue and yellow masks,
Blue and yellow masks,
red feathers,
red feathers,
black and silver spears.
black and silver spears. Okay. So it's black and feather spears, red feathers, 6 water bottles. I'm trying to remember all the key points.
No, you're good. I was lost, so don't worry.
Oh, no worries. 6 water bottles.
Trying to think what else is important. Don't forget there are only 3 pendants they had to get: the west, the tree, and then the other one, which is where they were like in jail, where they had to throw the rocks.
Okay, so rocks in jail. Okay, sorry, it was 6 water bottles, 2 spears, and what was the 3? 3
packages of berries.
3 berries, right? 3 packages of berries. 3 packages of berries.
Oh, okay. And what else? So there's at least 1 prod person for each animal. So
2 minutes.
and remember, I believe the made-up name that I cannot remember wrote on the back of Kevin,
Okay.
and the person who wrote on the back was was the green monkey, and he
Okay.
had his tail wrapped around his neck.
Okay.
Jessie gets hurt. Her wing gets hurt because she's a pink parrot.
Okay.
Grace is the jaguar.
Yes.
Think I'm blanking on the other names. You have
And then you have
Seb is the barracuda. I'm pretty sure.
Barracuda. Okay.
Um,
Each animal's a member
There's-
of the squad.
yeah. I'm trying to think what. Temple 3 stories.
Some 3-story temple. Okay, I'm trying to remember all these key points.
I know. I think there were. I already have a bad feeling about this.
1 minute.
I mean, we're just doing your best.
Yeah.
Just remember what we can.
I think Timmy's was longer and had more detail.
Fair, yeah.
Barely longer. Shit. And after the artifacts, they went back inside. That remember that his face. What
It was
realized?
And it was red feathers, right? And then
Yes, red feathers.
Okay, and then it was silver and black.
Black.
Silver and black.
5 seconds.
Silver and black. What was it again?
Blue and yellow mass.
Blue and yellow mass, and then the silver and black. What was it?
Spear.
Spear. Okay.
And then the pendants had Omic's face.
Okay.
Was that time?
4, 3.
Okay. Good luck.
All right.
Time now. Alrighty, so Jared, yes, you are already muted. Please make sure you have your hands in frame too, or we know that you're not doing anything. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead.
Promise you, I am not messaging. I'm just on my phone.
Okay. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and put Lawrence in here, and then Allie, once he joins, I will start time for you to talk to him.
All right. Hi.
Alrighty, there he is. I'm gonna go ahead and start time now. Allie, you have 10 minutes to tell him information.
All right. So this is the story of Omac. They are in a town in Mexico, V-Town, V-Town in Mexico. There are 6 water bottles, 3 packages of berries, 2 spears, and there are animals, which are all the prod members. Grace is a red jaguar. Jessie is a pink parrot. They have to get like 3 pendants. There are black and silver spears. Black and silver spears, and then there are blue and yellow masks. Right, that was one. And then Jessie gets hurt. Gosh, I'm trying to remember like most of all this. And then they have to get. Oh, and there was something with Omac's face on it. How much did you get so far?
The only thing I got,
I'm gonna pause time for a second. Lawrence, can you possibly move your camera down so we can see your hands, please? Oh, your camera down. That's not prep time. There we go. So we know that you're not doing anything. Okay. All right, time continuing.
All right. So yeah, story of Omac. They're in Mexico. Something that starts with a V. 6 water bottles. Try to remember that. 3 packages of berries. 2 spears. Each animal is a member of prod. Grace is a red jaguar. Jessie is a pink parrot. Who also gets hurt. And then there are yellow and blue masks. there's black and silver spears, red feathers, and you have to get 3 pendants. Also, there's something with Omac's face on it, and it's called The Story of Omac, it's based on like the challenge and everything. Oh, and then you have to there's something about throwing rocks. I can remember some of it, what I was told. You got all this, or shoot. Silver and black spheres, yellow and blue masks, red feathers, 3 packages of berries, 2 spheres, 6 water bottles, and remember 3 pendants. Remember the town of Mexico. It starts with a V. Shoot, what's it called? What is that? And then obviously red jaguar is Grace, pink parrot is Jesse, who also gets hurt. Because obviously the wings. Also, yeah, try and remember the throwing rocks. Omac's face on like them or whatever. Shoot. I'm trying to remember all this. Feathers, yellow and blue masks, and then silver and black spears. Shoot. It's always so tough to remember everything. So yeah, Story of Omac, V Town of Mexico, 6 water bottles that you have to have, 3 packages of berries, 2 spheres, you have to get 3 pendants, remember the red feathers, and yellow and blue masks, and black and silver spheres. Throwing rocks. Grace obviously is red jaguar, and all the prod are animals. Jesse is pink hair, who also gets hurt. And also obviously remember the throwing rocks.
You have to check it. Person.
And then I think it's like in Mexico, it's like kind of something to the middle of America. And how much did you remember so far?
The only thing I got was the one you keep repeating was he lived in New Mexico, 6 water bottles and 2 pieces of aid, and then you keep telling me about animals.
2 spheres, 3 packages of berries. And also remember the blue and yellow masks. Remember that prod are all members of or all animals. And remember the red feathers. And then black and silver spears. Throwing rocks. Omac's face is on the mask or something.
Bro, I have to tell the next person, and then just answering the question.
Yeah, you have to say it to him and then he answers the question. I'm trying to remember everything. Yeah, Mexico. obviously, throw rock. Remember the red feathers, always, and the red jaguars, pink haired Jesse. There's also all the prouder animals, and there's also some in heaven. You have everything? And yeah, so rock. Remember the red feathers. Remember the blue and yellow mask. And then the yellow, or sorry, silver and black spears. Remember that. And then obviously 2 spears, 3 packages of berries, 6 water bottles, Mexico, which is also Italy. It's called The Story of Omak. And obviously remember the pink hair, Jesse, remember the Jaguar's race, remember throwing rock. What do you remember so far?
The ones I got so far, the ones you keep repeating like over and over, are the three pieces of aid,
Three
the
packages of
2,
berries. And then also remember the 3 pendants.
the 3 pendants, and then the 2, I forgot what it was 2 something.
2 spears, and they're
Okay.
both, and also the spears are black and silver.
These are the top 5 things to know for Pokemon
And then the masks
Go.
are yellow and blue.
Number 1, Pokemon Go
And then
is
the
better
feathers
together.
are red, 3 packages of berries, 6 water bottles. Remember the rocks, and then the face has Omak's face on it.
And and he also lived in Mexico. That's the one I remember the most. Is he lived in Mexico? Do you have to remember the name?
Yeah, the story's called The Story of Omak, and it's based on like
Okay.
it's based on like the town. I hope you do good.
I'm just gonna tell whatever I got from that. Because I don't think.
Time is up. Alrighty, so Allie, if you could please mute for me and make sure your hand, you're not doing anything. I'm gonna put you in the mute here now.
It's a party in the USA. It's a party in the USA. Into the club in the taxi cab. Everybody's
Alrighty.
now.
Wait, Henry, are you ready?
Okay, so the story's about Omak. He lived in Mexico, and he had the blue and yellow mask on his face. Yeah, blue and yellow mask. He there are 6 pieces of berries. He owns 6 pieces of berries. 2 spears are black and silver. 3 pendants. He has 3 pendants, 6 water bottles. There's animals like jaguars, and I think ruffles are red. Ruffles are feathers are red. And Henry, what did you get so far? Henry, what did you get so far?
Yeah, Olmec is yellow and blue and has 6
He
something.
don't forget he lives in Mexico. I mean, not near Mexico, Mexico, and he has 3 pendants, 2 spears that are black and silver. Yeah, black and silver. 3 3 pendants, 2 spears, black and silver, 3 berries, 6 water bottles. The truffles are feathers, are red, and he has animals like jaguars, etc. He do I need about all about time? Because I just did you get all that?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just gonna repeat to you you forget because you'll be answering the questions. So
Okay.
the guy is Omar. He owns 3 pendants, 2 spears, a box silver. He has a ruffles or feathers are red. He has 3 uh, 3 3 pieces of berries, 6 water bottles, and its max is blue and red. Wait, blue and yellow.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he also has animals like jaguars, etc.
Okay.
So you got that right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're just gonna wait till Frank sets his time. Pat, same for my final production, not production duel. Outcast tribe challenge for a meta game, and you have to balance a cup, a paintball ball between 2 cups without having your finger touch the cup at any time like this. Oh, I finally download that game. Yeah. Wait, Bob places a 5 still on everything? No.
Oh,
Check we need to off it off. My god, I can bounce it perfectly. It's just annoying.
One minute.
Which
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. And now, Lawrence, if you can mute, please.
Oh, Henry.
Make sure
Did you-
everybody's has their hands up too. And Seb is going to move on the questions.
Henry, can you hear me? Thumbs up.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to ask you 10 questions about the story, and then I'll ask you a tiebreaker at the end. Okay, are you ready, Henry?
Okay.
Okay. What city in Mexico is Olmec from?
Hmm. Let's see. I think it was just like Aztec.
Okay. Why is Jesse hesitant with helping Olmec get to the temple?
Jesse hesitant. Because the animals.
Okay. How does Grace help the Olmec and the animals escape from the cage?
She helps them by getting them into her car.
Okay. At the end of the story, how does Olmec's people celebrate him and the animals?
They have a party in the streets.
Okay. How many bags of berries does Olmec pack at the beginning of the story?
3.
Okay. What did Olmec's mom give him as a sign of luck?
Is it his mask?
Okay. What color are the feathers the guards are wearing?
Red and black.
Okay. What is Jen Cello doing in the cage to distract themselves?
It's there. So I can repeat the question.
Of course. What is Jen Cello doing in the cage to distract themselves?
Drawing.
Could you repeat that?
Drawing.
Okay. Who helps with the slide puzzle for the first pendant?
Puzzle was Jaguar.
Okay. And who is the artifact that Olmec finds?
Artifact that Olmec finds is think it's the pendant.
Then the tiebreaker, Henry. How many words are in the story?
One 150.
Okay. So with that, guys, you guys are complete. And I'll give it over to Grace.
Alrighty, so I'll let you guys know your score. You guys got 1.5 out of 10 questions. So you guys got a point for you guys got the correct amount of berries, bags of berries, and we gave you 0.5 because on the feathers question, Henry did say red, but he also said black as well. So we did give you guys a little credit for mentioning red. So who would like to hear the story? And then
Oh, I've heard it already.
I know, Timmy. I'll tell you guys the story, and then I'll go over the questions and give you guys what the correct answers were. So yeah. So
Grace, I would just share the story with them in the tribe chat.
okay. Share the story in the tribe chat with them. Unless
Yeah.
you want to hear it.
It's really long.
But yeah, okay, so I'll just share the story in the tribe chat with you guys, but I will tell you guys the answers, like the answers. So the first question, what city in Mexico is Olmec from? And the answer is Veracruz. And number 2, why is Jessie hesitant with helping Olmec get to the temple? And the answer is the guards injured her wing. And in the third question, how does Grace help Olmec and the animals escape from the cage? She uses her paws to dig a hole. The fourth question, at the end of the story, how do Olmec's people celebrate him and the animals? By throwing a feast. 5, how many bags of berries does Olmec pack at the beginning of the story? You guys got that one correct.
Oh, 4. It's a 3.
That is 3. I said you guys got it right. 6, how did what did Olmec's mom give him as a sign of luck? A kiss on the forehead. 7, what color are the feathers of the guards are wearing? Red. 8, what is Jen
It's never the black.
What is Jen Cello doing in the cage to distract herself? Well, to distract herself. Singing. 9, who helps with the slide puzzle for the first pendant? 7, Billy. And 10, who is the artifact that Olmec, his great-grandfather? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys story. Hold on, let me just fix this real quick. Uh-oh. Why is this doing? I need to fix it. I realized I had a typo in here when I was reading. I'm gonna fix it real quick.
Thank you on it being multiple choice.
Wait, are we allowed to like talk about it now?
Yeah, you were more than welcome to talk about it. I'm gonna go ahead and start recording too.
Great.